An unstoppable force in the lower bracket has met yet another immovable object. Moist taking on Version1 for the privilege of playing in the grand final.
And the battle between Europe and North America continues. The fight for the top seed at the World Championships in August rides on this very series.
It's also a battle of love versus hate. Moist Esports potentially the most popular team here against Version1, the team that everyone seems to be loving to hate. Even Wavepunk got booed when he predicted them. I've never seen anything like it.
I mean, when you put the scarf on like that, you can understand where the crowd was going with it. But here, Moist already a quick shot and a quick goal. Right, putting it in.
And that's a brilliant start for Moist Esports, especially considering they're up against the best defensive team left in the tournament so far. I mean, if any attack can break them down, it's going to be Moist.
And when you have Vatira diving in front of that net as well to not come out the way, just his presence is enough to disrupt that stoic defense.
Vatira, who himself has been the best defender for Moist Esports by far and away, getting the most saves for them, just always seems to find where he needs to be to get that block. With an attack, he's not bad either. He's got another chance to double up. Saved on the goal line.
Version1 trying to get things started. Quick touch there from Calm. But Version1, one thing that's really helped them through this tournament is that reliance on counterattack, something we've seen them rely on in regionals and at majors. Version1, it's worked up to this point, and they've helped them beat Moist last time in this tournament, but can it help them this time?
And up to this point has taken them very happily into third place. They were up in those finals, and Com, our resident pantomime villain, receives a slurry of boos.
And a great challenge there from Beast Mode. Com already downfield, trying to headhunt, trying to keep Moist off balance on their rotation goal. An excellent goal there for Version1.
It's exactly what Com wants to hear. He is not going to be affected by any noise that this crowd will make. He'll keep on scoring quite happily.
Although it does change when you get sent into the lower bracket. Does your attitude get phased? Do you start to think, maybe I just want to be the good guy? Either way, he's made his bed, he's laying in it, and the crowd are tucking him in.
This is also the first time that these two have played in front of a crowd. So although Version1 beat Moist Esports 3-1 the previous two times at the previous two majors, everything is different here as Vatira gets his second.
You saw this connection a lot of times against K-Corp. This time it was Joyo setting it up, squares up on the 50, setting Vatira up for the goal.
They're queuing up to score it as well. That is the power of Joyo. Even in the air, his 50-50's impenetrable, and then the roll home was enough to to get the lead.
Moist responding quickly. Now they're going to move down the field with Joyo. Kicks one defender out of the way. Moist gets set up in the midfield. Two commit from Version1. A little slow on the Moist rotation. They have to wait for Beast Mode. Version1 steady here on defense for now. They get the clear out, and a pot shot turned away.
Version1 are just playing themselves into this one. Ever since they brought in Beast Mode, all of a sudden elevated to one of the premium North American teams, getting late in majors, but they're having to be more defending. Torment has been instrumental in that regard, and he almost sets Beast Mode on his way.
Various movements in from Moist into those blind spots, but Com wanting to stab them right where it hurts in the net. Opportunities so far for both teams. And I think this is one of the series where we'll see a little bit of fatigue halfway through, but a rally to victory.
Vatira getting back to that ball and pushing it over to the corner. And how about Vatira on defense, getting those clears? Arguably as good as Torment in the whole tournament. I'd say just as good, Stumpy.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at either side of these teams statistically. You see Vatira on one, and you see Torment the other. And the pre-jumps for both of them have been huge. The demos, even more so.
I was literally just about to say that I was surprised that Version1 not yet getting their demo game on. And as I was thinking it, Torment rises to the skies to make Beast Mode's job as easy as it possibly could be.
More than we ever really have with Torment on Version1. He's starting to take a more forward position, and he still brings all of those defensive skills that he's known for, but he's getting more offensive as time goes on. That right there, a perfect example showing you how.
And it was a great chance there straight off the kickoff for Torment to score, but Joyo removed him from the pitch instantly. Otherwise, that would have been a Version1 lead. Vatira now finding Beast Mode on the backboard. We have 2 minutes remaining, and these teams neck and neck.
With 3 minutes gone in this game, it's starting to take its shape, and it's pretty much what we expected to see, with Moist with more pressure, but Version1 looking so dangerous when they do come forward. Rise with a great little slowdown. You get it to his teammate Joyo, and send us a quick forward, but Com closed it down so fast.
There's Torment lurking behind the back line, wanting to run one of the defenders. Vatira, though, tries to go for it himself. Com is able to recover the bump, not phasing him this time.
But Rise trying to cut him off. Got the touch off the side wall. That's not really what Moist wanted, but Joyo's going to make the most of it here. A lot of boost left over another defender. Moist. We're going to hold down the midfield for now, but Version1, they haven't allowed them to create a lot of pressure in those demos. Keep opening up gaps. This time it's Joyo Vatira taking out Version1 players, and Beast Mode on the respawn gets the clear.
Double demos flying in, trying to remove as many players from Version1 as they can. But Rise goes up onto the backboard, does it cleared away by Com. The backboard has been the source of a couple of beautiful goals, but through this entire tournament, it really has not shown its movement through our regionals.
Version1 playing with that edgeable play style that we see so much in North America. When they do get control of the ball, they can be so dangerous, but Moist so far are dealing with it fairly well. Beastmo goes to the ceiling and gets the late dodge. Com, all he can do is touch it down.
And you gotta be scared if you're a Moist fan, because Beast Mode was all over you earlier in this tournament. A 91% goal participation. There was only one goal that Version1 scored that he was not a part of. He was instrumental in defeating them last time.
These games are going to get long as well. Moist Esports coming off the back of best of 7. Beast Mode almost punishes their defending.
Tough angle for Beast Mode to hit there. 2 demos for Version1, really trying to push the physical game to its limit. Moist with Vatira, gonna flip this one up high. Rise went for the bump, but Beast Mode avoids him, and Version1 survive.
Excellent chance for us. Rise is talking again. Vatira moves Beast Mode. The net is open!
It's absolute chaos. Demos everywhere, and Joyo rolls it home.
And Beast Mode can't get there, he's gone. Nobody can do anything. Oh man, Moist, what a response to Version1.
We normally attribute that aggressive, demoic play towards Version1, but this time, Moist Esports hand it back to him on the kickoff. 5 seconds remain. Joyo fancied a second, up high in that blue half. Torment clearing it towards Com. On the sidewall again, Beast Mode keeps it high. Gonna go low, Com to catch. Joyo to tackle. Right wall, it is found, and then straight to the ground.
I think one thing that can be hard to remember sometimes about Moist Esports is back when they were Team Queso, one thing that was a mark of their play style was their physical gameplay. But all 3 of these players are so mechanical that sometimes they don't need that physical play to beat the other team. But against Version1, they say, look, we can do that better than you. We were living in the grand finals. That's what got us to the grand finals in the Winter Major.
I mean, we heard Joyo in the interview earlier on after beating KC. He was like, yeah, you know, it's normal. I sort of expected to beat these guys, so no biggie. So there is an ego element to this as well. Version1, they're known as a demoing team, and Moist would love to play them at their own game and beat them at their own game.
But something that we have seen is the stage presence from Moist has grown throughout this competition, because Vatira in the previous series stood up, got on his feet, shouted across that stage. I don't know how B1 are going to handle that, because we saw how confident Com has been through his entire competition. Are we seeing that right now?
Look, the confidence factor doesn't really matter when it's nullified, because Moist are just as confident. Joyo up there loose, he was dancing right before, and you see everyone on Version1 very stoic. They had just lost that series to Falcons in really close Game 7. They know what's on the line to get to the grand finals.
It's also not just a battle between these players, but the coaches standing 3 feet behind them. Noah and Fireburner using their incredible brains, trying to rack them for all the information to help out their phenomenal teams.
Game 2 underway on Aquadome. Com will stay with that ball. Beast Mode, he's had a couple of looks downfield. It's a matter of getting those quality shots, which Version1 really didn't get many of them on the orange half. Gonna have to find a way to break down this Moist roster, even though they've tried the demos. It hasn't worked. They've got to try something else in the bag and mix it up as Beast Mode gets the clear.
Joyo with a fantastic 50-50, but Version1, they're going to keep on coming right now. Beast Mode's up there against Vatira, but more brilliant, calm defending, and the pinch to make the most of it, and it's redirected home. Where was the save?
Right on the camera, chanting to the other team, saying, let's go.
He can come at his own game there with the mind games.
Nice little wave dash to give him the speed, jumping into the ball, pinching it at the perfect time against the ramp.
Straight from the kickoff, we can hear the crowd cheering for their favorite team, despite the sea of purple shirts that we've been seeing in the audience and around this stadium all day.
Calm back in the corner. Gonna opt for the boost steal instead. It's Torment and Beast Mode. The backside of the rotation. Beast Mode does cut them off. Calm in the center of this rotation right now for version 1. 50. Works out for version 1. Still swing across, but they're just not connecting on those consecutive touches.
Such a speedy pass that we've seen from all of these teams, but Beast Mode and Com both turning back and going away from that play. Joyo pirouetting in the skies, falls towards Rise, but now finally that defense finding each other. From Torment to come back to Torment and down! Into the net!
They don't take all the shots in the world, but version 1, my goodness, do they make them count. A lovely slowdown there from Com. That's the answer to how his composure is. And Torment rolling back the years with that finish.
Torment statistically takes 1 shot per game, and he scores it nearly half of the time.
Quality over quantity for Torment, but a full team effort there. It was set up by Beast Mode and Calm again in the center of the rotation. A beautiful drop-down pass to Torment to set that all up.
Moments before that goal as well, there was a great pass into the corner, and nobody from version 1 had anticipated it, and I was starting to wonder if against Moist they just had to be a little bit more aggressive, but they've proved me wrong, and maybe they can prove this crowd wrong as well.
Beast Mode pulling off on the play. Letting Moist come in, and that's version 1's MO. Let them come in, hit him with the quick counter attack and Calm. It was just a little closer. Maybe he finds it. Pot shot turned away.
Couple of nice passes from both these teams. Vatira now finding Rise onto that flip reset. That man is magnificent.
I think that's actually my favorite type of goal. The angle pass, the flip reset to turn it on its head and change those angles. Almost impossible to defend. And my goodness, does it look beautiful.
Who needs to defy physics when you can just flip reset on them?
Moist in front on the ball. Joyo. Oh, he got in front. He got chipped in front, but it's taken away by Calm. Well, Calm tried to take it away, and Rise got in the way. Torment finally looking for a clear to Calm. Back to Beast Mode. Beast Mode got the catch a little too far away, and Joyo could cut it off.
I mean, so speedy from Joyo as well. He knew exactly what Beast Mode, such a dangerous player in his own right, was going to do. Completely suppressed him. But version 1, they are getting a lot of clean touches. They're sending Moist Esports back. Still need that second goal, but Beast Mode's going back to his own goal. Mom's going to try and slow this one down as much as they can, but such an important bump. Moist Esports aren't letting version 1 out.
Tira couldn't quite get to the 50. Torment's going to race downfield. More and more, you're seeing Torment almost breaking through his first man. Each time he's got the chance to carry the ball down the field. Now he's the last man back. As Rise comes forward, Torment barely gets the touch. A high ball prevents Moist from immediately attacking, but they get a quick pass cut off immediately. Rise, last man, gets it for Moist.
Holding that back line, Rise able to dribble it down the pitch now, finding Beast Mode, the 100 boost pinch. Central Torment has been the victim of a pinch before, goes towards the net again. Com, that defense is incredibly strong.
Right now, though, Moist Esports are absolutely everywhere. Every time version 1 make a clearance, even before they get that second touch on the ball, there's a Moist player closing them down, and so often it's Joyo. Beast Mode, he's desperate for his teammates to get some boost because he's got none. Vatira can do some aerial acrobatics, going to fall to Joyo, who can't quite get around the ball.
It was excellent from Vatira. Going up on the ball, you force version 1 to have to respect your play to the wall instead, but instead he uses his boost, gets around the far side of the ball, and puts it in middle side. And that's the kind of strength that Vatira brings to this roster. He's the facilitator for this team, and he doesn't always get all of the credit because Rise scores all the goals. Joyo has the flash, but Vatira, he's the consistent factor that keeps Moist's engine going.
Right now as a team as well, the reason they're getting so much pressure, keep an eye on that boost gauge in the top right. Pretty much whenever you look, at least 2 of them have 50 boost plus, but wait a minute, there's a bit of a mishap there in attack. Version 1 of Torment, can he get it over the top? He can, but it's saved by Rise.
Great shot though from Torment, being able to go high with it because he knew that Moist had very little boost. We approach 30 seconds left on Aquadome, and attack after attack flying in from version 1, but none yet granting them a goal.
Calm was in a dangerous spot, now he gets deleted. Quick shot, and an open net! Vatira scores!
I don't know where that came from. There was just one big demo in the center. Calm, his touch out wide wasn't too good. Oh, and the space in the center was taken out. Yet again, Moist beating version 1 at their own game.
Going from the fake challenge, removing that man and opening up entirely meant he couldn't rotate back to the net. And now we're under 30 seconds remaining. 2-goal deficit. 3-goal deficit.
Third time lucky potentially for Moist Esports. They've fallen to version 1 twice, but this is starting to feel more and more like their day. Back-to-back grand finals in majors is on the horizon.
Version 1, remember against Falcons, they went down 2-0 and didn't end up calling a timeout. Wonder at the end of this, they go something a little differently just to give themselves a little more time to break, because they've had a really tough time getting consistent offense going. It's only been those counterattacks, Cole.
They've also gone to Game 7, the last 2 series that they've had version 1 in the upper bracket, so no stranger to a long series, but maybe that fatigue will just start to wear at them as this one is completely dead. It doesn't matter what's going to happen here. What's going to happen, though? It's still a lovely goal. Fair play.
Yeah, fair play. Whack that in a montage, mate. Going onto that left-hand wing, Torment. The fact that he could pinch it central so nicely makes me incredibly happy. But doesn't matter. There's still a 2-goal difference, and Moist take the second dub over on their homeland in Aqueduct.
Potentially a 0-second omen for later. I mean, maybe this stadium has seen some famous 0-second goals in its time.
Been a couple, maybe one in particular. But the crowd, and there it is. Version 1 do call a timeout, so they're going to get an extra minute here to rethink how to approach this. What's not working? What is working, guys?
Fireburner, a man who was on that pitch and that Justin goal that you were referencing earlier. He's right behind them, and no doubt will be saying some really important thoughts to them. What can they mix up? What can they change to get through this Moist Esports attack?
The confidence that a team gains after taking a tactical timeout cannot be snuffed either. It's something like 65% around that area, where once you take that tactical timeout, you figure it out, and you are likely to go on to win the next game. After 2 is a great time to call it, as far as I'm concerned. If you leave it to 3, you have to reverse sweep. It becomes incredibly hard. 2, as far as I'm concerned, brilliant time.
Yeah, there hasn't been a single tactical timeout that's worked after 3 games, so 2 is definitely the magic number. But for version 1, was a couple of plays that, again, it was the ones that really worked. It was Torment pushing through the midfield. And it's not that, you know, you can't draw it up. It's just about the situation that you're in. But Torment has been that guy to break through the midfield line when Moist create all of that pressure that they're so good at doing. They got to figure out a way to get Moist off of this ball. The demos, it hasn't really worked, and they're still going to go to it. It's the version 1 gameplay. It's in their DNA, but they have to keep those mix-ups coming.
This is also on Moist and on Noah, their coach, to keep them steady, to make sure that boat does not get rocked. He needs to hold them firm. And look, sure, they're taking a tactical timeout, but we get a minute to chat as well. We can sort it out. We can absorb anything that you want to be throwing at us.
We can take this in as well. This crowd, they are bubbling today. You guys absolutely smashing it today, each and every one of you, as the claps come in.
So much energy in this arena, so much tension, so much history, and yet more to be made.
The momentum by Moist. I mean, they crushed K-Corp quickly. 5 games is all it took, and now they're 2 away from another grand finals appearance. It would be their 2nd straight, but they need to take it to match point.
Twice in a row yesterday, though, we saw a team go 3-0 up in a best of 7, and what happened? I mean, they both won, but it came down to that Game 7 on Champions Field. Moist, they'll be telling themselves as much as anybody else, nothing is won just yet, and it only gets harder from here.
Com starts things off with a quick touch. Now Rise. Underneath, shades Vatira's approach, and caught by Beast Mode. That's the scary thing about Moist. So good at shading who's going to go for the ball, setting each other up beautifully as Beast Mode not going to get it set up. Torment playing the 50. Rise shakes him off the ball, Com's in the air. Shot up, and it comes off in front of the box, push up. Beast Mode was close, but has to work all of his boost to get that ball out. Can't push him towards the net.
Just millimeters away from the lead to be secured in the first minute, and that's something that teams, statistically, when you score first, you are likely to win it. The confidence gain, especially after that timeout. Sent high from Torment, finding Cup, up with a double, no one's there. Torment might have to finish it himself.
Just a little bit too heavy there in the pass, and again, Moist Esports' boost control is so high that even those high, long, looping passes, not too effective against them. I want to see more infield passes, more nippy little touches to try and break through that Moist defense.
Torment and Beast Mode back to receive. Joyo coming at 50 again. It does slow down, but Beast Mode a little quicker to the ball. Oh, wow. Big miss there for Rise. They got a little space, though. Joyo can come and back it up still. It puts version 1 in a position now. And actually, they're right back. Nothing for them. Moist kill it.
That's just Moist Esports all over. Even when they backflip, everyone's nightmare who's played a second of Rocket League, it still somehow works out for them because the comms are so quick.
I mean, you don't expect it, right? You expect Moist to take that ball and be able to handle it. You don't expect the whiff, so why would you position for it?
I think you'd expect me to take that ball, Joby.
Oh, shot in front. Oh, my goodness, off the post and taken away. Calm. Oh, Version 1 almost got dunked on the play. Calm trying to force the 50 back to beast mode. Doesn't have a lot of boost here, and it's taken away again.
Just proving again to be a game of millimeters, right? With Joyo millimeters behind him this time as well, chipping it round one, sent away from the pitch. Vatira pinching into the corner, Rise to collect, but staying grounded, leaves it forward to combat with no boost. And Version 1 with 12 between them. Moist can push. Moist,
they
then
off-minute.
3 to the net.
It's Joyo, he's just so good every time he gets the ball. Version 1 is sent panicking, they can't deal with his pace, his creativity, his decisions, they're all perfect. Even there, getting in ahead of Com, but Beast Mode is gratefully going to get the next touch.
Again, Rise pushing it forward. Version 1 just don't have any offense. They constantly get pushed back to the midfield line. But there, Beast Mode finally gets a kick up, forces Rise into the air. It's hanging. Beast Mode's in the air, but Joyo flies in at the last second.
Under 2.5 minutes remaining. Moist with those 2 goals, having to stare down a timeout. Version 1, they need a goal to be coming in just to get that confidence back. Otherwise, Moist, with the ice at the end of games we know that they possess, it becomes harder and harder to work your way through. And look at their rotations, so aggressive, barely going past the halfway line to get boost.
Version 1 are concentrating though more than they ever have before to keep up their defensive rotation. But you can rotate all you like until Joyo comes along.
He's absolutely disgusting. Joyo with the fake, and then up with the reset with a beautiful goal right by Version 1.
Rise in the middle of the cameras yet again, staring over the top of the barrier, jumping up and saying to his opposition, that is what we come here to do.
The lower bracket is just Moist Esports' domain. As soon as they are there, they seem to feel at home. The other team start to feel them. It might be 2 Vatira to the back. Oh, Com, he's centered as long as he can. Version 1 on the ropes.
There's been no offense from Version 1. Beast Mode's gonna try again. He's only got 8 though. He's not gonna get it done. The backboard, it might as well not exist for Version 1 on the orange half. Moist Esports have made it impossible to punch through. Version 1 have to find a different approach, but they haven't found it yet. As a pass in front and denied by Torment. But you see Calm also rotating back. Beast Mode coming from the far side. Version 1 will try again.
It may well feel impossible that they're going to have to manifest the possibility that they can get the even up goal. Rise trying to pass that one central, but bouncing towards Joyo with a lovely flip. Rise again, going for one demo, but one too many potentialists. I think Joyo fancied the pass.
How do they always have so much time, Moist Esports? It's like they can always take that extra second to take the touch. Vatira wants to flick it over the top. Version 1 are tripping up over themselves to clear the ball away right now.
Joyo with some space off the ceiling, underneath Joyo. Almost got it, but it's taken away.
45 seconds ticking down before Moist Esports go to game number 4. 3-0 up in the series. The fans in the crowd, I can feel them rumbling, I can feel the tension building, and the players must be feeling it inside their heart.
Oh, we felt that bump though, but Vatira, thankfully for Moist Esports, he managed to get it away. Now Vatira to the back wall. Is anyone going to be up for it? It's just Rise. Beast Mode should be okay though.
When they handle the ball to the corner, then he gets deleted. 2 people get deleted. Torment can't get the 50. Up in the air is Rise. Puts it up off the bar, and no one from Moist is there. Maybe a chance for Calm at the end. Another 50 for Vatira. Another shot just off for Torment. Trying to be quick with the ball. Kicks downfield. Calm also diving. Everyone's sending for Version 1. Calm can't get the bump. Beast Mode racing back, and he's got a little...
Oh, well done. Well done. That's brilliant.
Here he goes again, but Joyo's in the air. And there it is. The game on match point.
Moist Esports, they are seeing these games away. They're all so close, but they're all going the way of the boys in orange right now. Moist Esports are 3-0 up.
Statistically defying those timeout odds as well. That was B1's to take. They have burned their timeout. The crowd is chanting, let's get wet, and you've got to feel that the energy on the stage is surely surging in the favor of the blue.
I mean, I'm absolutely soaking. It is boiling down here. It's a sweaty old arena for some sweaty old gameplay, but Moist, they're seeing every game away.
You know, I can't remember which series it was, so I might be silly saying this, but I think it was K-Corp Furia. Furia called a timeout after they went down 2-0, and then they lost the 3rd game, and then that's when they ripped 3 games straight to take it to game 7. Maybe it wasn't that series, but I know it happened in this tournament. I can't exactly recall, but regardless, it's not over for Version 1. We have seen multiple times now that plenty of teams are capable of coming back from 3-0, and maybe we still have a chance here, or maybe version 1's still has a chance.
For any fans that watched yesterday, we know what that possibility is. The reverse sweeps, everything that happened. The longest day I think we've literally ever had. Sorry to all the local residents around here. We left it just on 11. That's on us.
We had 37 games. I mean, so, you know, don't blame us. It was a really good day of Rocket League. Yeah, so yeah, sorry the locals.
All is on the line for version 1. Their last breath of the tournament. They have to find a way to make it work. In front of Moist have been just unstoppable in the lower bracket. They were in winter, and they are again here in the spring.
In the biggest ever season of Rocket League, we have had best of 7 reverse sweeps, but never in this sort of atmosphere, in this arena, when these teams are playing together on a LAN. It's never been done. As Joyo shoots, gets the save, Rise is coming in, Torment clears to Calm.
Beast mode last back, and must contend with Rise, who just stepped in front. He might as well have put it in park. Got out. You know, have a bite to eat, Rise. Why not?
Park the car and gain the lead because Beast Mode is going flying past on their cameras. Hand up to their ears. Audience, Moist Esports, they want to hear you scream.
Oh, this one might be a chance, but no. No one from version 1 immediately able to get there. The quick pass from Torment to Calm. Torment pinching that ball across. They'll keep things away from Moist for just a second, but they can't get to the 50. Just barely, Torment gets there. Beast mode, up another. 2 touches, back to Calm. Oh! Wait! Oh! A bar! Nothing for version 1!
Deep in the depths of the copper box cacophony, version 1 just can't break through it now. Vatira, an edgeable of his own. Here's Joyo. Can he do anything with it? Torment, another save to add to the collection. Version 1 will be looking at themselves. How have we not scored?
Moist Esports lurking behind whenever they work their way down to the blue side of the pitch as well. Opportunities created by Beast Mode, but when you know that they may well be a lurking man, you can't take it too quickly. Joyo goes far with that shot. Will Vatira be able to score? No, a tackle from Torment.
Version 1 just starting to look a little bit desperate right now. The balance isn't quite there. Every time Moist get a clearance, it seems to go over the top of the version 1 players. A really dangerous time for them.
Beast Mode, who was so instrumental the last time these two teams met up, he's been ineffective on offense. Here it comes, though. He got a free one. He got a goal!
Cast the curse. It exists wherever, on any stage. Beast Mode gets himself involved in the series.
In this arena, you could very much call him Boost Mode because he is getting the most anger directed towards the version 1 team. When they go ahead, these guys don't like it.
You know, Boost Mode has a lot of length.
It really does.
Yeah, no, because boost and then booze. I know you're going for
League,
booze, but yeah.
That's mad.
That's good, I like it.
No.
Stuff.
There's Joyo setting it up. Rise next in the air. Version 1 just constantly reacting to Moist. Moist are always in control of the ball. They always get to look where version 1's rotation. Okay, now we know how to approach. It's got a winger. Here comes Joyo in front. Got the 50 off the corner. Maybe a shot. Got a bump. Got a shot. Oh, block from Beast Mode.
Beast Mode is coming alive. He's starting to get too involved in this series for Moist Esports' liking. Just when Moist was starting to regain that pressure, Beast Mode does seem to be the player most likely for V1.
Punted to the ceiling. Vatira can't get that secondary bump on Beast Mode. Rise heading to the left wall, down for that dunk burst is Com. Falling into the back half. He gets 50 boost to him. It gets sent far, but Vatira again apparating to get in the way of the version 1 shot.
Version 1 starting to find more shots. That the last 2 games they really couldn't find a lot of. Racing back on defense, Beast Mode just barely avoids Rise. Torment tries to sweep up right. Beast Mode puts it in Bark again. He gets deleted. Back in the corner, Torment gets bumped. Joyo goes in front. 2 for Moist, but Vatira the whole way back to clear it out.
It seems that every time there's a demo, it ends up being a trade. Another player immediately gets taken out of the game, and it ends up a little 2v2, but now we do have some space for Com, with Torment right behind him. Version 1 information. Joyo tries to close down Com, and he does well, actually, to get it towards Rise.
Really well set up for a counter-attack here. Moist Esports started with near 300 boost in total. Joyo and Beast Mode battling in the skies, dogfighting for control with 90 seconds remaining.
Calm trying to find that bouncer, and Torment goes around the net. What a block from Vatira. Torment versus Vatira, and Vatira got the laugh there. Beast Mode trying to find another bump, but Vatira gets the touch.
Moist Esports' best defender in this tournament so far gets another huge save and rise to the skies, almost over the top. Now Torment wants to close this one down. Batira is there. What can he do in attack? Can he get it over the top of beast mode? No, the pre-jump's working for every player right now, and Mania going for beast mode. Not quite able to nail it.
Oh, Joyo, the lowest musty I've ever seen. Just popped up high from Batira, straight down, taken away. No boost for Batira to steal, but he's got some left. Underneath on the reset, Batira drops it down. Shut up and denied by beast mode.
We said that when Joyo gets confident yesterday, he was going for these musties. We've seen one in game number 4. Is that his killing signature?
Feels like Version1 are just hanging on by a thread as Batira looks to swipe it out with a knife. Calm. Got underneath. Now he's on top. Has the reset, but just bounced off the ball. Got the bump. A little chaotic. Nothing really developing there for Version1. Wait a minute. Well, beast mode takes it back away to the ramp. Maybe gets the dunk across. Nothing there.
Both teams are defending so deep that the mechanics are really coming out. There is time for every one of these players when they go out, as Torment does meet Rise. Joyo steams it, gets it past a couple. Joyo going to get the next touch again. Beast mode sends it high and long, and maybe that's the start of OT.
Calm. One last chance in regulation. Beast mode can't get there. Rise.
No.
Here he goes again.
No.
The reset. Taken out.
No.
Still in front of the block. He misses it. We go to OT.
Devastatingly close to shut it down in regulation, and now it is golden goal. The ball falling far for Batira. Com to receive it in defense. That was horrifyingly close. Version1 nearly knocked out. Moist need one more to be a grand finalist for the second major in a row.
Another one for beast mode. He wants the double, but it's taken away. Next up is Joyo. Pushes it back to Rise. Com cuts him off. Version1 getting to these 50s, but they're slowly being pushed back. Batira, no boost, wants the bump. Taken away again, Torment and Beast Mode both committing that on that play. Joyo, he's got enough to do it. Wants the bump. Does he get it? Oh! What a